So for this project, we're going to start by drawing a curvy line on the side of your paper. And then you're going to draw another curvy line kind of in the middle. And then the next one should be on the other side. So you should have a total of 3 lines. You are only drawing 3 lines on your paper. So next, you're going to create curved lines starting from the very bottom of that first column that we made. It should go from corner to corner, so like the edge of your paper, and then you're going to make it to the other corner. So all of your curved lines in the middle should meet at the exact spot. So you want to make sure that you're connecting your edges. So if you don't connect your edges, it might still work, but it won't have the same effect. So if you'll notice, my curves are getting bigger because I'm having to go a lot higher up. And you just want to do that all the way to the top. And see how I came all the way down? And there really shouldn't be any gaps, so you just want everything to connect and your shapes are enclosed. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing to the second, third, and fourth column. So your entire paper at this time should be completely covered in the same thing. So I sped up this part because it's going to be the exact same thing as the first column. And I'm just following and making sure that I stay within the column lines that I made. And where it gets bigger, my curves are bigger, and where it gets smaller, my curves are smaller. And you should do the exact same thing for the next 2 columns as well. Next, I'm going to work on my colors, and you should have a different set of colors for each column that you have, and they should only be 2 colors. So for the first column, I'm going to use blue and orange, and I want one that's a darker color, and then I want one that's a lighter color. So my blue is going to be my dark color, and my orange is going to be my lighter color. So when you start coloring, you don't want to color the whole thing. You really just want to color the outside corners and then bring the color in just a little bit. But you want to make sure that the middle is left blank. You want to use different amounts of pressure. So as you get closer towards the middle, you want to use less pressure. When you're working on coloring the corners, you want to press down on your paper just a little bit harder, so that way you will have a darker corner and then a lighter middle. So the middle should always be left white so that it gives it a gradient effect. And then the next one, I'm going to use my orange. And then I actually mess up here as I'm coloring because I skipped a section, and that's okay because I am going to take my eraser and I'm going to erase that middle line. So that way I will just have one large shape that's orange. So this is how you can fix it if you're doing one color at a time. And if you miss one, it's not a big deal. You can just erase the line and turn it into one big shape. So again, I'm kind of sketching, like using my sketch lines here so that way I can blend it a lot better. And you want to make sure that you are pressing down harder on the edges, just like we did the first time using the blue. Again, you can achieve this by pressing harder down on your paper. And when you get closer towards the middle, you want to use less pressure. So that means don't press as hard so that the color comes out just a little lighter. And then the next one, you're gonna go back with the blue. So it should be every other color. So I have blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, all the way up to the top. It will be the same 2 colors in each column all the way up to the top. And make sure that on every single one, you're leaving the middle white. So as you can see, this already starts to look pretty cool and kind of like an optical illusion. So you want a different set of colors for each one that you're working on. And I'm doing a purple and a yellow, and then I'm doing a green and a red, and then I'm gonna do a blue. And I know I said a light and a dark color, but I ran out of colors, so I just used 2 darker colors. But you want to make sure that you use a different set for each one of your columns.